So the first item of our formal agenda, after welcoming all of you, thank you very much again for being here, is to ascertain quorum. And we do have quorum, so we will be able to continue with the meeting now that we've started. Do want to say thank you for coming. We know this is an extra thing in your day, but we're very happy. You know, all of us here have work, even the volunteers work for you members. So we thank you for being here. And it's really great to see many of you that we haven't seen in a while. So thank you. I'd like you to take a look at the minutes that you have. And maybe we'll spend 2 minutes for you to review those, and at the afterwards we will then ask for approval of the minutes. So take a few minutes, 2 minutes, just to review those that you have, minutes you have. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you've had time to review them. Are there any questions? Okay, can I hear a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
I move a motion.
Thank you.
Bill.
Is there a second? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Good to see you. Okay, the minutes have been approved or proposed and seconded. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay, the ayes have it. Thank you very, very much. I'd like to begin the chair's report by saying a major big thank you to our board of directors and all of our volunteers that participate in the credit union. This is what makes this, our credit union, special, is having these persons volunteer and meet once a month or twice a month or more in some instances. I'd like to introduce to you the board. Some are here, some aren't. Our vice chair is David Rojas, and he's also the vice chair of the Technology Committee. Our treasurer is Lynn Swenson, and she is also the head of the Assets and Liability Committee. Our secretary is Ian Edwards. He's participating virtually today. He's the secretary and head of the Community Relations and Membership Committee. Colette Akandi, who is the chair of the Governance Committee. Ezekiel Galatos is a member of the Community Relations and Membership Committee. Yadira Pineda is the chair of the Human Capital Committee. Magali Ross is the chair of the Technology Committee. And Rocio Suarez, who is traveling, is the board's liaison to the supervisory committee, and myself, Casey Suarez. It's our pleasure to be serving you all. There's the full report of the chair's full report, as well as the treasurer's, credit committee, et cetera, is in our annual report, which is on the website. And we encourage you to read that. We're going to give a summary of what we've said, or some items from that. And would encourage all of you to, when you have a moment, look at the webpage. Take a look at that full report. We've been very, very busy. The very first activity, let's call it project, is our Global Access branch. We did mention it last year, and this is our effort to provide our services 24/7 around the world. This obviously is taking a while for us. We're only a medium-sized cooperative, but we count on some really exceptional people involved in it, both on staff and volunteers. We have this year achieved, in terms of human beings, this year, many staff have been trained, and there's computers have been adjusted in order to participate and be involved in the chat box. They also, in terms of software and technology, let's say, this year, they are now able to co-browse with you. So we certainly encourage you to, when you call, to try to use these opportunities, if you will. What we're working on, actively currently working on, and the lady who was reading the comments from the chat room is in charge of this. We're working on this whole project, the Global Access. We're working on a chat box. We have already tested the English, and the testing is done with volunteers. And shortly, we will be testing the Spanish. Now, one email has already gone out and some people have already volunteered, but we encourage you to stay alert to the emails that you may receive, so that if you're interested in participating with us to test the chat box, the Spanish, let us know, please. We encourage our members to get engaged with us. This is an event, a reality that impacts all of us. It provides services for every member. So we thank you very much if you offer to volunteer on that. Also, I'd like to bring you up to date on our Green Committee. We mentioned last year that it had just been created. It is doing more things this year. And one of them was we hosted here in this room in November of last year, the annual United in Sustainability Summit that we co-hosted together with the United Nations Federal Credit Union. We had over 300 people participating because it was hybrid. There's over 100 here, and then the other amount, 200 plus virtually. And it was quite a success. We had people from many of our countries came to make presentations. So very, very important. And we'll be doing this program again, the United in Sustainability, in October of this year, but it will be in New York, not here. I'd also like to say that our volunteer program continues to be strong, and we just finished the third cohort. The third cohort just graduated. We finished the program of the Leadership Development Program for volunteers. This program is a 2-year program, and the third cohort has just graduated from it. And we had a celebratory lunch, and the persons from the first and second cohort were invited. It was very, very nice. And this is a program that we feel helps develop our critical base. And on that, I would like to mention the QR codes that we're using. That's part of our Green Committee. But we feel that this is helping us minimize our carbon footprint. So we are attentive to those things too. And that does come up in our leadership program. A few quick reminders, you probably already know this, but just a reminder, we do not charge any transaction fees for foreign transactions on your credit card. And the other news is we continue to participate in the Shared Branch Program, which is a national network in the United States that allows you to do your credit union transactions near you if you can't come in with a member credit union, a credit union member of this network. And likewise, we continue in the program for ATMs where there's no cost to use them. Both of those, the list of states and places for the shared branch, as well as the ATMs, can be found on our website. And I would encourage everyone to occasionally look at that website because new things are happening there. And that's where we post them. Again, please, if you have some time, read the full report on our website. Thank you. I'd like to now thank definitely our wonderful staff for all the time and effort they've given, for their good attitude and their helpfulness and their dedication to serving you members. They make the credit union what it is. And also, especially those staff members that helped organize this event today. This has taken quite a bit of logistical work. I'd also like to thank all the volunteers, and especially the ones that are maybe sitting there in the audience. Thank you, because you can see the ones up here, but there's several sitting in the audience. Thank you all very, very much. And many of our volunteers are calling in around virtually participating, but thank you very much. We feel that the volunteer cadre complements the work being done at the credit union and is a source of persons with other experiences and other professions that can complement the work we're doing at the credit union. Thank you so very much. I want to thank our members lastly very much. We appreciate your engagement with the credit union and thank you for trusting us. We're here to help you, to serve you, and we ask that you let us know how things are going, and whatever we can do, please let us know. Thank you for your trust. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce Desiree Valera. She is the chair of our credit committee, and she will be making her report. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good afternoon, everyone. The Credit Committee is pleased to inform you that the OAS Federal Credit Union remains persistent in its commitment to offering our members suitable loans and a wide range of credit services. In our dedication to excellence, our committee meets multiple times each month to carefully assess all the credit applications and approve the loans recommended by our hardworking lending officers. We recognize that lending is a fundamental aspect of the credit union mission, and we take pride in ensuring this process is carried out. Okay. Now can you hear me? Okay. So we take pride in ensuring this process is carried out with the highest efficiency and care. Despite the challenges encountered in 2023, such as high interest rate, inflation, and the Federal Reserve tightening monetary policy, it was a remarkable year for quality lending at the OAS Federal Credit Union. We approved 249 applications for a total of $1.42 million in Visa credit card lines of credit, making a 48% in new credit card accounts compared to the prior year. Moreover, we successfully disbursed $9 million in home loans for our valued members. However, our loan production in 2023 decreased by 50% in terms of dollar amount compared to the prior year. This decrease was mainly attributed to the difficult economic environment characterized by the higher price of borrowing for consumers and combined with the volatile housing market. Nevertheless, we are proud to have offered a loan program that met your needs during these challenging times. The loan portfolio experienced overall growth, with the 2023 closing balance reaching $165 million, reflecting a 1.85% increase for the previous year. In 2023, the credit committee evaluated 750 applications, of which 702 were approved, resulting in a denial rate of 6.4%. This consistent rate from the previous year underscores our continuous effort to assist our members in prospering by requesting appropriate loans at suitable times and an amount they can manage. The rise in number of applications compared to the previous year indicates a 9% growth. The credit committee remains vigilant in exploring ways to enhance our member financial well-being. We want to emphasize that the OAS Federal Credit Union provides access to unlimited one-on-one financial counseling sessions, debt management services, student loan debt management services, pre-retirement planning, and an excellent financial education tools through our partner Green Path, all at no cost for you. For more detail, please check out the Education and Security section in our webpage. These services are available in multiple languages to better serve our diverse community. As committed volunteers, the credit union, we, the credit committee member, are honored to contribute to this nonprofit endeavor. We are excited to continue serving you by delivering reliable financial services of the highest quality and offering a specialized solution for you and your family worldwide. So thank you for being an essential part of our credit union community. Together, let's look forward for a prosperous future. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you once again. In the same way, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, all the members of the credit committee, for your commitment and hard work. Also, I would like to thank management and, a very important, the excellent support of the staff of the credit union. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Desiree. Now it's a pleasure to introduce you to our treasurer, Lynn Swenson. She's also the chair of the Assets and Liability Committee. Lynn?
Thank you, Casey. Good afternoon to our members, invited guests, staff, and volunteers. Thank you for participating in this hybrid event. My name is Lynn Swenson, and I serve as the treasurer and the chair of the Assets and Liabilities Committee, better known as ALCO, which oversees the financial status and direction of the credit union. I'd like to quickly acknowledge my fellow ALCO members, Joel Andrews, Yaxire Cutler, Eros Negrin, Teresita Martin, and our associate volunteers, Brenda Siuk and Leonardo Macias. I also want to thank our staff support person, Trent Miller, who is also the credit union's chief financial officer. In 2023, we faced some difficult economic conditions. Interest rates increased 4 more times in 2023 after 7 consecutive increases in 2022. Also, NCUA, the regulator of U.S. credit unions, implemented a tough new accounting standard, asking its members to quantify potential loan losses over the lifetime of our loans, but from the beginning of the loan period. As a result, for the first time in many years, OAS FCU posted a net loss for the year. In this environment, OAS FCU continued to prioritize our members, maintaining competitive certificate rates, keeping loan interest rates as low as possible, eliminating the foreign transaction fees on credit cards, and running a 0 interest rate promotion on credit card purchases. We build our equity in the good years to allow us to manage difficult times and minimize the impact on our members. While OAS FCU's assets decreased to 274.8 million and our equity decreased to 22.3 million, our financial condition remains strong. The US economy is improving and our position should improve along with it. Inflation figures indicate that the US economy is cooling slowly after the turmoil of the pandemic, and we may be turning the corner on interest rates. As always, your hard-earned assets are safe and federally insured. The strength of the credit union comes from all of us pooling our resources to provide nonprofit financial services. As an OAS FCU member, you can manage your funds through the online and mobile banking platforms or by scheduling a virtual or in-person appointment. The management team and staff continue to be responsive, adapting to the changing environment and providing innovative solutions. Please keep the credit union in mind if you are looking for a loan or a credit card. We have products to fit your needs. Thank you for placing your trust in us, and we continue to look forward to serving you.
Thank you, Lynn. I'd like to now introduce Cynthia Miller, who is the chair of our supervisory committee, for her report. Thank you, Cynthia.
Good afternoon already, right? I'm here to report on supervisory committee. That is the committee that has the responsibility to report on the financial management reports, ensure that they are correct and they faithfully report the reality. In addition, we also have to ensure that the policies and procedures and practice protect the assets of our members. That's our responsibility. Now, in order to fulfill our mandate, we do have a series of tasks that keep growing as NCUA and other agencies keep creating compliance requirements. For example, we have to engage and oversee all the yearly audits. We have to ensure that the examiner and auditor's recommendations are all implemented. And, in yearly, with the new audit, new recommendations come and they have to also be coherent with what we already have. And we have to also perform random cash counts nowadays in not only at the OES, but in the National Geographic, on the ATMs, and so in various places. We have to make sure that the policies and procedures approved by the board are all in compliance with the current regulations, not only federal, but also NCUA regulations, ensure that. And we have to review our internal controls, that they are according to the NCUA rules, but also one of the points is that sometimes we have to implement new ones to ensure exactly that we are supervising the functions of the organization. Now, in 2023-24, we expanded some of our internal audit procedures, and we ensured that we carried out all the required audits that keep growing. Like, for example, we have the BSA Bank Secrecy Act. There's now the SAFE Act. There's another interesting one that is called the Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act Examination. Very interesting. There is all the ACH audits. So there's a series of audits that we have to implement to make sure that they're done and that the recommendations are fulfilled. And also, as we are aware that our members are more and more using online services, we have to ensure that the vigilance and the management of those resources are done properly. And that's why also we ask that our members, if there is any problem that they feel, they report those things so we can also improve our processes. Now, the committee will continue to do utmost, mandate to fulfill that we are providing a safe environment for our membership to bank, but also that depends on the members, on them being aware of all the safeguards that they have to look at. So we can supervise, but the users also have to be very aware and learn about. That's why we also have a blog that's available to all of you to keep up with the safety, with safeguard of your assets. And in the end, I would like to thank you all for providing your trust with us all those years. I personally think that having a wonderful credit union has served me for 30 something years and continues to serve me, whether I'm living here or I'm living abroad. So I would like to thank you all.
Thank you, Cynthia. And I'd just like to put a plug in for the volunteers. All these reports and all these activities that we're doing are done by volunteers. And so we do welcome you if you think about it. If you'd like to get engaged, let us know. On the website, you can find area for volunteerism. We invite you to join us because the credit union is a strong credit union, but we can help make it stronger and help it diversify. So please think about volunteering. Thank you all for all of the work you guys have done. Thank you. Let's give them a hand. Thank you. Now I'd like to ask our CEO, Carlos Calderon, to give his report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon and greetings. And once again, welcome to the 61st annual meeting. It is always nice to see our volunteers and our members who gather here at this magnificent Hall of the Americas, as well as all of the participants online to celebrate another year of the institution. 2023 was one of the most challenging years for the financial industry. As we're still feeling the lagging impact of COVID with convoluted financial markets, increasing interest rates, an inverted yield curve, and of course, the entire financial system trying to manage inflation. Other challenges continue around cyber security, and for us, ensuring that our members don't fall prey to any of the fraud. To that end, we continue to enhance our systems and the security. And occasionally, we would ask your attention to change passwords and implement other safety measures. So please be patient. When that happens, we're just trying to protect you and your accounts and your assets. But regardless of the challenges, our strategic objective continues to be one that we need to provide the best possible products and services to serve your needs wherever you are located in the world in a sustainable manner. To that end, we have launched our Global Access Branch, which you will see it's unfolding, and this new technology, practices, and service structure to meet those needs. Our entire member services area has been revamped and retrained to do that. And we would definitely welcome your feedback to let us know how we are doing. You can find ways to do that directly to me, to any of the board members, online with the supervisory committee. Whether those comments are good or bad, we still want to hear those because that will help us improve. You know, we have a very strong group of volunteers, over 50 volunteers at the institution. They all dedicate their time, their energy, their efforts. Obviously, they do care for the institution. So I do want to thank the board of directors for all of that work that they give to the institution. And I'll ask your help for a round of applause for the board of directors. And as I mentioned, we have over 50 volunteers. So I also want to thank all of the other volunteers, all of the committees, as Casey has stated in her presentation. So thank you. Thank you to all the volunteers. And of course, our talented staff, without whom we couldn't do what we do. So thank you, staff. Many of staff members are here. Some still are working and others are helping behind the scenes. So thank you to the OAS staff. And obviously, the members who continue to support the institution and trust and place their trust at OAS Federal Credit Union. Thank you again, and we look forward to many more years in this partnership. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Carlos. Now we've finished our reports, but we have an item called new business. We feel that we've shared with you all of our business, but is there anything anyone like to bring up under new business? If so, there's a microphone in the center, and we invite you to ask a question or whatever. Okay. Okay, well, thank you. There's still one person you haven't met from this that's up here sitting with us. And her name is Teresa Bustamante. She is the chair of the nominating committee. And I'd like to invite Teresa to come and give her report and then the election results. Teresa.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board, all members and invited guests that join us today in presence or online. Good afternoon to everybody. On behalf of the nominating committee, I'm pleased to present the summary of the report for the 2023-2024 period and the 2024 process and results. That's too long. Thank you. The committee was established by the board on June 27, 2023, and our job is to maintain the credit union volunteer program through an ongoing recruitment of volunteers to the different committees, with the goal that all nominated candidates to the board of directors and credit committee have served as committee members. And currently, the volunteer program has 48 volunteers representing 21 countries. And the idea is to have the number of associates increase progressively in order to have more volunteers and complete the pool of volunteers for future elections. This year, we count with a contribution from Carla Bañuelos, Adam Siegel, Maria Elena Cruz, Gaby Hernandez, Natalie Gervasi, and Susana Barrientos as our CEU support staff. As a chair of the nominating committee, I would like to thank you for your support and great work. Our main activities over the past 12 months included complying with responsibilities of the committee, continue with the creation of a pool of volunteers to serve in different committees, and the preparation for the 2024 elections and the list of candidates for the board and the credit committee. Elections and candidates. On August 8, 2023, the committee began to work on the 2024 elections with the preparation of the e-voting calendar as established by the NNCUA, Regulation for Electronic Voting. That calendar was reviewed by the Governance Committee and later presented to the Board of Directors. On February 20th, 2024, the committee presented the Secretary of the Board 7 candidates for 3 seats on the Board of Directors and 3 candidates for 1 seat on the Credit Committee. Our sincere thanks to all the candidates who decided to run in this year's election. This year, we received a total of 2,507 valid ballots that represent a participation of 29.3% of all 8,567 eligible members. Now we proceed to the most important issue, is the result of the election for the Board of Directors. Claudia Flores got 1,488 votes. Ángel Cárdenas Sosa, 1,272 votes. Reinaldo Ledesma, 1,117 votes. Coleta Cande, 745 votes. Jaxire Cutler, 717 votes. David Rojas Mejia, 708 votes. Jeffrey Hetrick, 607 votes, and 12 votes in blank. Having said that, elected to serve a 3-year term as a member of the board are the following: Claudia Flores, Ángel Cárdenas, and Reinaldo Ledesma. Congratulations to each of you. Now, the results of the election for the Credit Committee. María Soledad Barrera, 1,184 votes. Luz Ángela Serrano, 631 votes. Fiorella Medina, 618 votes, and 74 votes in blank. Elected for a 3-year term as member of the Credit Committee is María Soledad Barrera. Congratulations. A special thanks to all volunteers for your outstanding work and commitment during this past year. And on behalf of the nominating committee, I take the opportunity to express our appreciation to the board for the confidence it has placed in our work during this period. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Teresa. This is one of the committees that works a lot. Well, we all work a lot, but they have the whole responsibility of the elections with them. Thank you very much. I'd like to say congratulations to all those candidates that were elected, and a major thank you to all of the persons who ran for office. And hopefully, if the ones that were not elected, I hope you stay with us as volunteers. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask Carlos to come up. We have e-voting and virtual participation raffle.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Congratulations to all the folks that got elected. And I'm sure this is probably the most fun part of the meeting when we announce all of the prizes and we raffle things out. So I will start with the e-voting winners. And okay, here we go. You can see the names. The names are there. So can we go back so I can read the names? All right, so let's start with these ones. So $100 price is Mario Alves Sejas, Nelson Garcia Arenila, Decia Paradisi, Patricia Di Martinez, Gladys E. Guerrero, Yvonne Bellion, Luciano Oliveira, Mariana Binetti. All of them won a price of $100. $200, Laura Ann Bravo. And the 500 prize is going to Edwin Gutierrez Grados. And the big prize, the big winner is Jose Pablo Rocha. Congratulations. Now, we also have prizes for everyone who has registered online and it's participating, and you have to be present online. So as your names are called, please raise your cyber hand, the hand on your on your computer. So we need to make sure that you are present at the meeting. And first prize is $50, Albert Benitez. Can we get a confirmation that Albert is participating? Yes, okay. Next one is Enrique Blanco. Where's Patricia?
Yes.
No? Apparently Enrique. Oh, okay. We found Enrique. Guillermo Monteverde. Good, he's there. The $100 prizes go. The first one is Isabel Andrea Verna, sorry. Need my glasses. Okay, good. Edgar D. Rojas for $150. Great. Confirmed. Bradley Adam Scriber for $250. So Bradley's there, of course, for $250. I'll be there too. That. All right. So now we also have prices for the folks that made it here. So we have some door prizes, and Julie is going to bring that to me. So be very transparent. We're going to ask an attorney to pick your question. Right, thank you, Bill. We have to find out what is the price. Okay, first one is a $50 price. So Bill. Okay, well. All right.
Two, 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 four. I'm just reading the last four digits 2224. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Come up, please. Thank you. Let's go. For the record, just tell us your name.
Nelson García.
Pues Nelson, ¿puede dar el siguiente número? Otro de 50.
2235. 2235.
Entonces, gracias. Confirmed. Can you please tell us for the record?
Silvia Leal.
Silvia, thank you and congratulations. Can you pick another number? Let me just this a bit more. Okay.
Two, two, seven,
227. 2278. Gracias. Gracias. 2278 confirmado. Gracias. Y ahora, el siguiente. The next one is one for $100. Oh, we need to go to your name, please.
Iliana Navarro.
Okay, so now, yeah, shake it up. See.
Two, two, 18, 2218.
218. Can you please tell us the name for the record here?
Franco Bartolomé.
Stand, can you-
2276.
2276. Two, 276. Confirm. Gracias. Can you please tell us your name for the record?
María Fernanda Story.
Fernando, gracias. Price for one price for 250, so.
Two, two, 29, 2229.
Fine. Two, 229 confirmed. Can you please tell us your name? Correctly here?
Lincoln Bernardes.
Lincoln, gracias. Put our door prizes. Thank you for participating. Before we continue, I would like to thank the OAS conference team for all the work and getting everything ready here, as well as our team at the credit union with Martin Ribolota, Patricia Mercado. We're getting everything set up and done here, and all of the volunteers. But at the OAS, Clara Hoyos, Joel Mendoza, Stephen Lavin, and Judith Castillo, thank you very much for your support and the work you have done. Without you, we could not have done this. Thank you.
And in the last thing before we go, we at the credit union like to always have a talk afterwards to see how we can improve for the next time. And using the QR code and being conscious of our environment, we'd appreciate it if you would take this QR code because it's a survey. And we'd like to hear from you on how we can improve. And we're very serious about that. We do it for every activity that we do here. We've always done it with us inside, but using the QR code now, we're able to open it up for members. So we'd appreciate it if you take a little bit of time afterwards and let us know how we can improve. Okay? Okay. And I want to thank you very much for being here today. For those of you in the Hall of the Americas, for those of you that are participating virtually, a big thank you for you. Thank you to everyone. And we hope that this year you become a more frequent visitor to the credit union. And those of you who have the time and interest, please join us as volunteers. Thank you all very, very much. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.